You know, always that first shot of any inning is ultra important to establish yourself at the table, to establish control of the table. Even if you don't get ideal position as a player, you need to make that ball, and then maybe if you have to play safe on the preceding shot, so be it.
What do you think is Earl faced with now, Mark?
Well, he's got to deal with this 8-9, and it's not an easy situation with the sevenmost right across the table on the rail.
So what would he want to do at this juncture after the 7?
It looks like he may be able to play a carom shot with, if he can get the cue ball all the way across the table, he could just tick the 8 and pocket the 9 on the following shot.
That's exactly what he did. Got it across the table.
He's looking at it. And absolutely no problem. You know,
yes, Martin.
One of the keys for Efren to win this match is that he doesn't want to have very many turnovers, unforced errors, if he can limit it. Because once Earl gets his offense going and his momentum going, he really feels he feeds off of that.
Look at this shot.
He made it look awful easy.
Yeah, but the important thing was he got it to where he wanted it for that last put away.
Yeah, he played some very nice position to get the proper angle on that so that he could make it look easy.
How many hours of practice does Earl put in?
Well, in preparation for this, and I know this not from him because he kind of likes to lead people to believe that he doesn't play, but his wife revealed to me that he'd been practicing in the house 8.5 hours per day.
Wow.
And I'm here to tell you, he takes this match very serious. I know since we've arrived in town, he's either slept or been hitting balls in preparation for this.
That's pretty serious.
Another dynamic break, and you can see the cue ball had a little side spin on it, and he still got that much power into it. Normally when you leave spin on the cue ball, that's an indicator of less than maximum power into the rack. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him play a safety. I'm going to try to put the cue ball below the 2. The 1 ball in the end rail. He's executed it flawlessly.
Perfect shot there by Earl Strickland.
And these are just the very situations that Efren needs to turn around in order to win this match.
Well, he's been known to do that a few times in his career.
An absolute fantastic shot, and another byproduct of rotation play. You're forced to kick at balls like that, and he's an absolute expert. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Earl try to put the cue ball back where the cue ball had just left for Earl, or Efren, right below the 2 ball again. Yeah,
that's where he puts it. Life isn't very easy for Efren these days.
No, he's really got it buried in there this time, and Efren's going to have to really pull a rabbit out of his hat even to hit this ball. He's going to have to create some angles that just aren't there right now by using massive spin. Hitting downward with probably extreme low and a little bit of left. And he warped the cue ball. By that I mean he changed the angle off the rail, but just not quite enough.
Well, Earl certainly is putting the skills of Efren Reyes to a big test at this point. Efren, though, is leading the match 3-2.
Earl's made a real nice 4-rail position shot. He had to use it, took quite a bit of power, and he laid it in there just nice.
That says a lot for a player who's known as a power player, that he can lay back on a shot when it needs to be laid back.
Well, he had a tough position there, and he made a good shot, but I'm not sure that he's going to be rewarded. Yeah, he's hit it perfect. he's going to have to hit another power shot. And he hit it perfectly.
No problems here to pick up his third game. We're tied at 3 games apiece. Earl Strickland just put away his third game. So it's 3-all between Earl Strickland and Efren Reyes.
I think you can already sense the electricity running through both these players. You can see Earl, he stalks the table like a lion when he comes up there. He's very aggressive and outgoing, and it matches his whole playing style as well as flamboyant. And
he can be a pretty intimidating presence.
Yes, he can. With his break, his power break, and he makes no bones about it. He tells it the way he feels it, and he's a very emotional player, and so he wears his heart right on his sleeve. Like you said with Efren, you can't always tell how he's feeling.
Yeah.
You can't tell the match score or anything by his demeanor. With Earl, you definitely can. He's hit the break pretty good. And he really wasn't rewarded. It was just that he hit it so hard that something finally came over and knocked another ball into the side pocket.
We're playing this match, ladies and gentlemen, at Ridgeway's Bar and Restaurant in Hong Kong. They've dubbed it as the Color of Money. A 9-ball challenge between 2 top caliber pool players. Oh. You could see Earl reacting too.
Yeah, I think he was slightly distracted from a crowd member, and we are in pretty close quarters here for a competition of this nature. However, both the players are aware of it, and I'm sure that the distraction will go both ways. Efren Bata is a real tactician of the game. If you notice, he achieves a lot of very nice angles so that you'll just see him use soft spin shots as opposed to the power game. He has the power game, he just chooses not to use it all the time, and it's a little more efficient for him to play that way.
A very controlled manner of playing has characterized the career of Efren Reyes. Well, in the Philippines, he is known as Bata, which means young, but by no means is he the younger of these 2 competitors.
No, but still at heart, I think he might be.
Efren is actually 42 years old. Earl is 35. But that's not to say he's giving away anything in those terms.
You know, in the career of a pool player, a little maturity seems to help them because it's such a difficult game that experience really weighs in, and experience in matches like this. It would be hard to find anybody that's had more than these 2 players in high-tension matches.
Well, you're a player who plays in a high level of competition, Mark. The concentration that is needed for a match like this certainly can take a lot out of you, especially in a 3-day haul.
Absolutely. It's not the physical exertion of walking around hitting these balls. If you didn't tie in the mental part of it, you could do it for days and never get fatigued. But when you put total concentration into every shot, every rack of every game, let me assure you, you're going to be tired. And so much so that pro players practicing by themselves can only do it for sustain the intensity for maximum play for about an hour by themselves, and they do it every day and train that way. Now Efren's made a nice break here. He now leads in the match 4-3, and he's going to have to do something with the cue ball to break out the 3 from the 8. That's a real problem. And he can take a little gamble here because even if he doesn't get the breakout, he should obtain some type of a safety play on the ball. Now he has a real easy safety